Legend of Total War here, and today we've got a saving and disaster battle playing as Wissenland and Nuln, going up against the World Walkers, where we have got half an army of Steamtanks going up against nearly 2 full stack of Norskans. And it's not low tier units either, there's quite a lot of high tier stuff as well. So the slow stuff shouldn't be that big of a deal, it's the faster things I'm going to be most worried about. So let's just jump in here and see what we can do, because there's not really anything I can do to set up, no banners, no nothing, just jump in and just play it by ear, I guess. I think one of the biggest things we're going to run into problems with is actually running out of ammunition, because there's just a lot of them that we have to deal with. So we really want to make sure that if we do run out of ammunition, whatever's left is stuff that we can actually go into melee and handle, because the steam tanks are actually really good against certain units in melee, and those units are just any kind of infantry. So we just want to make sure that we're specifically targeting anything big, because yeah, we could just roll over infantry really easily. So we've got long range ones here and then shorter range ones here. What we want to do is use these to snipe, and these ones just to provide a little bit of support. I turned them off fire. Actually, I'll put them on fire at will. We'll see. Alright, so I'll get some control groups going. Yeah, so we got a few restocks there. We got a life wizard with good winds of magic. Yeah, plus we can get rid of a lot of the infantry with this anyway, so we really need to make sure that we're targeting all their large units, which there's quite a few of. Okay, but the first thing that we want to do is go and kill Wulfric. So our speed is 55, that's the slowest of our units. We need to make sure that anything above 55 speed has been removed. Just hang back, hang back, hang back. So Wulfric, yeah, we should be able to snipe him easily enough, but then there's units like Chaos Frost Dragon and Manticores that are fairly quick. Same thing with Skin Wolves, those need to be dealt with immediately. Okay, this one here, yeah, that's ammo is good against infantry as well, so the infantry is not the problem. Okay, Wulfric is closing in pretty quick. Let's try to get out of here as quickly as possible. And what we want to do is not just fall back in one straight line, but sort of spread out our units a little bit. So don't just pin us all down. So we'll be able to heal our guys easily enough, but it's all about dishing out damage rather than healing at the moment. See, these ones over here, we could probably shoot them with our secondary shots. Also, turning around is a little bit slow. Luckily, they're not being super aggressive against us. If I was in their position, just like, try to pin down as many of them as possible. Okay, these ones here have a bad firing angle. Yeah, actually, don't worry too much about the Mortal Horsemasters. They're not going to do that much. Yeah, just use the secondary shot against them. Okay, so far so good. Kind of a weird situation where they like rushed up towards us and then stopped. Don't worry about using any magic right now, save that for the end. Usually I actually use magic at the beginning, but with this one, use it later. And these ones around over here. They're going to start advancing, so we've almost killed Wulfric. Which is really good. So one of the benefits of killing Wulfric, apart from being a very strong fighter, dropping their morale down a little bit will allow us to rout certain units a little bit quicker, so that we don't have to waste ammunition on them. So I really want to make sure... Yeah, he got wounded. Good stuff. Okay. Now let's back off a bit. Luckily, this is actually a pretty good map for us. It's quite a large map with a lot of flat terrain, with some pretty good obstructions and like tactical use out of it. This is one of the better maps in the game. Usually this map is presented out at sea, so that could be what's going on here. It could be out of the water. I'm not entirely sure. That's it, keep them going. Because yeah, they just like rushed up to here and then stood still. Let's just move back a little bit. Alright, focus on the fast units. How many steam tanks does it take to kill off cavemen? Let's see. So how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We got more than half stack of them. So 13 units in total. One thing you got to watch out for when focus firing on one unit like this is that sometimes you can like hit it with one volley and kind of disrupt it, and then all the other volleys don't hit. But that seems to be going okay, especially when they're moving. Shooting a moving target can sometimes be better, especially with phoenixes. Obviously, we're not going against them right now. All right, don't fire at will. Don't want you shooting at bad targets. Don't need guard mode. Just checking. Okay, no, don't get too close. Use these ones here to go for the ones at long range. So the AI is being dumb. But that's every disaster battle, really. There's a few disaster battles where they're not being dumb. Like I said, just focus fire on the most dangerous units. The ones that can actually catch us.
Architect of destruction. Standing by.
Good. As I said, not too worried about Marauder Horsemasters, because yeah, our secondary shot sort of sorts them out. They're not going to do much damage to us. It's the heavy hitter single entities or the anti-large creatures that are going to get us if we don't watch it. Okay, move back again. These two here should have no trouble getting away from the vast majority of their units, so I'm not too worried about them. But I don't want to send them into combat just yet. What I'm trying to do here is just focus on all the things that are going to be a problem, and then everything else should be fine. We're just not at that stage yet, because there's still quite a few dangerous units. If they pin us down, we're going to be in problems. Plus, we've already used up quite a bit of our ammo. I actually think it would be better to restore the ammunition on the Emperor's Wrath rather than the volley guns, just because each shot... Hang on. 50, 160... Well, how many volleys? 3. Yeah, I think we'd get more value out of the Emperor's Wrath, especially when dealing with the single entities. I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference, though. You know, if you wanted to restore the ammunition on the volley guns, that also makes sense. Plus, these ones here have longer range, which is good for staying away from them. I believe it also restores their secondary ammo as well. So, we've used up a little bit of that. This one hanging over here. Again, not too worried about the Marauder Horsemasters. Because, yeah, we've got ballistics plating. It's going to be fine. Not that much armor piercing. Nothing to worry about there. Good. Frost Dragon gone. Used to be called a Frost Worm. Alright. Then, I think it's just these two over here. And then just making sure we've got enough ammunition to win the battle, I guess. Okay, keep moving back. Okay, not worried about them. Don't want to go into melee with the infantry at all, especially not the missile units. They'll actually do a lot of damage to us. Alright, we gotta move back. I think what we'll have to do here is actually run through here. It makes no sense to run up here. We'll get bloody pinned down. So we're going to have to make a bit of a run for it. But luckily they're goofing around a fair bit. The AI is just not really sure what they need to do. Also, this is a good opportunity. If they get blobbed up through here, we can pop down some Dwellers Belows and absolutely wreck. Actually, there's a good opportunity already. And since we've got loads of Winds of Magic, I don't see any reason why we can't do that. Now, with Dwellers Below, it's actually better to overcast it than to regular cast it. Because it, like, more than doubles the damage, I think. Because you increase the number of projectiles and the damage per second on it. So that casts their decent amount of damage. Yeah, don't worry about these guys. Alright, actually, they're not going to fire at them if we're not at fire at will. Okay, we've got to worry about these ones, though. Those skin wolves. So I need some of them to turn around. Okay, what we can also do to slow them down is actually pop down this one here. It slows them down by 50%. But yeah, just get rid of the skin wolves. We do not want to be fighting them in melee at all. Ugh.
Yes, General! A better position!
Okay, good thing we've killed Wolfric, but that one there's in a bit of a problem. Okay, also these ones here, we can send them into melee because we can use emergency vent. These ones here don't have amazing morale. And what we could do is use this to just route them off the battlefield because they're already fairly low in morale. So that's it. If they do catch up to us, the main thing is to just keep trying to move, because it's really janky in this game trying to pin down a single entity. If they don't want to fight you, they really can't connect it very well.
Sigma commands!
You need to turn around. Come on, move, move, move.
Speed! Sigma guides us!
Manticore flew over here.
Formation march!
Okay, these skin wolves aren't going to be much of a problem. I think they got terror routed there. No, they're actually proper routed. And everything's on the hardest battle difficulty, difficulty modifier 8. So, killing Wolfric is really just a formality to get rid of the AI cheats that they're getting. Okay, pretty decent blob there. I don't know if it's worth overcasting it, but I'm going to do it anyway. I think we'll also get additional speed reduction on them. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna... No, skin wolves there, gotta be careful about them. Good, shot them out of the sky easily enough. Alright, focus fire on these skin wolves here. Right, who else do we want to... You know what, I will restock this one here, because it has the lowest amount of ammo remaining. I think that dwells below did quite well. Yep. Biggest problem though with overcasting a spell is, of course, the miscast chance, but also the amount of time before we can do it again, because it takes a lot longer to recover from an overcasted spell. That's it, keep moving. Main thing here, don't want to engage them in melee. Keep going. Don't think that one's too much of a concern. Let's get this one over there. Get out, get out, get out. Just get it to route. Something here. Alright, I don't think the skin wolves are any further threat. Alright, I need to get rid of the frostworm, the great moorhood. Okay, another thing is that because we're close to the edge of the map here, if we route any of them, it's really easy to just get them off the battlefield. Okay, you guys focus fire on that one. If we stay close to it, they can't rally. Put back here, bigger concentration of them. Frost. Oh, they're coming around this way as well. Let's get going again. Alright, trolls are... Okay, we're one speed faster than them, so that shouldn't be too much of a concern. How'd we go with that spell cast? Yeah, did alright. Like, these aren't the biggest blobs ever. Right, you can actually go back and start shooting at all of this over here, because it's mostly just infantry now. And we need to be focusing on getting rid of these Norscan ice trolls, and I think that's the last of their monsters. Still good for magic. Bit of a heal there. Heal on the Steamtanks as well. Okay, I need to get these guys moving. Good, routed them. Yeah, the secondary shot makes it... These guys pretty good for skirmishing, as long as it's not particularly high morale units and you've already done some damage to them. They come in fairly close and they just get routed straight away, especially if we've already sniped the enemy general. That's why it was so important. Good, that one's shattered. And then, of course, with this one here, getting our speed up further, can easily get away from infantry. Alright, so this looks like it's pretty much won at this point. I think we're going to run into too many problems. So yeah, just make sure everything's on fire at will, and I reckon we'll inflict the army losses before running out of ammo. I don't know. It's just it was two fairly large armies. I thought that we would, you know, run out of ammo, but nope. Looks like we're gonna be fine. So just let them fire at will. Not too concerned about killing that guy. He's on foot. He's no real threat. And I can use these two here to harass any missile units. Just charge at them. They should skirmish mode and fall back. Although, didn't they fix that in the hotfix? They're not fix it, but they made it so that if you charge into missile units, they don't always fall back now. Yeah, look, it's not falling back. Okay. Thing is, in some situations, that could actually make the game easier. So, really hard to say whether or not that was an actual improvement. So, they've got those ones over here. But Themir are actually quite slow, so I'm not too worried about that. And there's the army losses anyway. Yeah, in terms of difficulty, this was not really that tough. I'm sure many of you are going to say so. But it seems that with the question, how many steam tanks does it take to beat a bunch of cavemen? It's not that many. Because I've still got 2 restocks left as well. And then just run them down. And since our army's in pretty good shape, yeah, we didn't even really need the Life Wizard for healing at all. I mean, it did do a decent amount of damage with its magic. In fact, it probably did more damage than most of the steam tanks. Yeah, it actually did. But yeah, good combination of units for sure. Alright, take the money. Yep, they were out at sea. Cool. Well, I don't think anyone's going to be really surprised that steam tanks are actually good. I think that's been very well established. But yeah, it was just a case of being outnumbered. But it didn't really seem like it was that difficult in the first place. Anyway, that's the end of this one here, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Appreciate you. And we'll see you next time. Later, guys.